We're about to get to our mystery guest and our mystery topic, but before we do that, both of us are going to guess who this is through the hints that were given. Dagan?
Pete Hegseth.
I'm going to go with Marie Harf. I'm going with Marie Harf because I think she's the only one at Fox who worked in the Obama 2008 campaign. You're going with Pete Hegseth. Why?
He was in the military.
In the military and likes biscuits and gravy, all the diners he does.
Yeah.
All right, drum roll. It's a big reveal. Who is our mystery guest? I think they're on set here. Mystery guest. Oh my goodness, it's Lawrence Jones. You worked for the Obama campaign?
I did.
I didn't know that.
On the new show.
Thank you.
Wait, is this the first time you've been
This is my first time. That's my first time. And then I get to be the mystery guest.
You are the mystery guest.
Yeah.
You should have brought the dog on.
I know, she's in the office right now, but I didn't want it to be, I wanted to be on you guys and not Queen Nala.
Queen Nala.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for joining us.
We have topics.
We do have topics. What are they?
Biden's age.
Oh.
So it's become a hot topic. Because, again, because he's tried to extend he's planning to run again, but listen to this.
It appears everybody on both sides who has any concerns about Joe Biden running again, it's all about his age.
Concerns about the president's age, which we have seen in polling politically.
It's very clear what the strategy is. And it's partly because of his age. They have to build her up so that people don't vote against him out of concern that his running mate couldn't take over.
My own sense is that most Americans don't want to vote for an 81-year-old man for president. And neither do they really want to vote for a 77-year-old man for president. They'd like to go to the next generation.
So Axios is reporting on the president facing an age trap on the 2024 campaign trail, saying, quote, some White House officials say it's difficult to schedule public or private events with the president in the morning, in the evening, or on weekends. When does he work? The vast majority of Biden's public events happen on weekdays between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. So, Lawrence, I want to talk about the media first because it's interesting. In the 2020 campaign, you didn't hear anything about Joe Biden and his age, but now you hear the media starting to talk about his age. I wonder, this is my theory.
Let's hear it.
They're setting this up so if Joe Biden does win, they can take him out and bring Kamala Harris in as from VP to now the P.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be Kamala Harris, but there's going to be somebody else in the ranks. It's only been 4 years. Or actually, it's 2, right? 2. It's only been 2 years. I mean, so
it feels like 8.
All of a sudden, this is a topic of conversation. I don't think it's a new conversation. It's that they have caught up to the party. And often we do this. There'll be this topic, and they don't cover it all. Hunter Biden is another. And all of a sudden, it'll become a news story, and then we give them credit for being late to the party.
Right.
I think it's not about lateness. It's about once someone has fulfilled their purpose, then they can talk about it. I think now we're in a different climate. They needed to take out Trump. There was no one in the lineup that could take out Trump in the polling but Joe Biden. So now he has fulfilled his purpose. Now we can move on. We're in a different time in our country. I think it's a bad calculation, especially since they duped the American people. Look, 52% of Americans said they were better off under Donald Trump. They just disagreed with the personality and tone. But now the economics are bad. People paying $8 for eggs, the gas prices. 75% of Americans believe that we're on the wrong track. The emotions just aren't there like they were the last time because people are broke. So they did it their way. They said they wanted to return to norms, and people casted their vote that way. But now they're suffering in their pocketbooks. So I think this is going to hurt them.
It will. And then they're trying to rehab and make over
Exactly.
Kamala Harris for the 50th time in 2 years.
We don't see her much, Dagan. The borders are.
Yeah, border voting rights, abortion. What else? She has some. There's one other thing I'll think of. Oh, green energy, climate.
Yeah.
Climate. Let's take a quick look at your exclusive interview with Portland, Oregon Mayor Ted Wheeler from your show, Lawrence Jones, Cross Country.
Mayor is really working hard at taking care of his favorite constituents, people who have tons of money and property in the city, and not so much on the rest of us.
A lot of it has to do with, less policing, homelessness just kicked up into gear, drugs.
Mr. Mayor, those are your constituents. What would you say to them?
Well, first of all, those are some of my constituents.
Some of my constituents. Y'all have to watch the full interview tomorrow night. Look, I don't go anywhere in this country where I'm not invited. The people of Portland invited me to cover the story. I've been covering Portland for about 4 years, Seattle, Philly, all failing progressive cities. I give the mayor credit for joining our network.
I was going to ask, how did you get him to come on your show?
I got great producers. I got great producers.
But I don't like him, but good for him for coming.
He came on.
Questions from you.
You'll be interested to see what he says about Fox News later on in the interview.
Really?
Look, it's hard to talk about the issues when you're failing on them. When you see, look, Portland is a place where all the progressive dreams are. Legalizing drugs. They allow the encampments to be there. And so you have to deal with the consequences of defund the police. We played all that sound for him. He's changed his position, I think, on some things, but not really taking accountability. You got to watch tomorrow night.
I know we called those teases, but that wasn't even a tease. That was a little tiny drop of an interview. So I have to watch it.
The producer said, look, I want to give it all. The producer said, look, we worked hard on this. We got to make them watch the show.
You gave us that's Ted Wheeler, and it's gone.
It was stopped when Bacon said, is he going to be on the show?
So you started to play out there. We just had Ted Wheeler's constituents. I'm like, we misread that. They're like, oh, no, he's on the show.
You know what the great thing about letting the people speak is that I don't have to do much work. I just say, hey, this is what your people said. Now, where's your response?
That's only some of them.
So, congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Lawrence
Come back.
I will.
Thank you. Good to
Lawrence
see you.
Jones, cross country tomorrow.